Hi everyone, my name is Brad Seal and I am doing a series called Know Your Job Seeker, where I review the numerous personality and career assessment tests that I have both given and taken over the years and decide what did they say about me, were they accurate, and how did they deliver their information. And today I am reviewing one that many of you have heard and probably taken, the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator. The Myers-Briggs was founded in the early 20th century by Catherine Briggs and her daughter, Isabel Myers-Briggs. Now, here's the fun thing. Neither one of those ladies were actually psychologists, but they did notice that people had different types of personalities, and they wanted to figure out a way to measure that. They found that a noted psychiatrist, Carl Jung, had actually done a test on personality types before. He had studied them, so what they did is they based theirs loosely on his findings, but they made it less science-y and a little more palatable for the average consumer. So the way the Myers-Briggs works is it's a self-reporting assessment, which means it gives you a statement, and then you either strongly disagree, agree, mildly disagree, you're neutral, you strongly agree, so you have one of 5 ways to react to it. Hopefully you are answering it in the correct, truthful way, and then when you get to the bottom, you are sorted into one of 16 different personality types. And the personality types are measured through 4 different slots, and each slot is a choice between 2 letters. So you either wind up as one letter or the other. So for instance, the first slot, it's asking you where your focus is. Is it outward or extroverted, the E, or is it inward or introverted, the I? The second slot is asking, how do you prefer to take in your information? The sensing, or S type of person, they're going to look for concrete facts. They're going to look for practical things, reality, this the thing that's right in front of them. That's how they're going to base their information. The intuitive person, or the N, they are going to look at the big picture. They like concepts and ideas more than just things right in front of them. Here's how I tell people about it. The sensing person, you plant a tree. The sensing person goes up and says, that's a tree. The intuitive person is going to look at that and then imagine the forest that could be all around that tree, because that's the big picture at the end. That's the difference between a sensing and intuitive person. The third slot, how do you make your decisions? With your head, the thinking person. With your heart, the feeling person. Thinkers, they are thinkers, they're logical, they're reasonable, they probably impersonal sometimes when they're making decisions. Feelers, they're going to have their personal values they're drawing from, they're going to have morals, they're going to want harmony. That's how they make their decisions. And then the final slot here, between a J and a P, J stands for judging. It's how you live your life. Judging people like to make lists. They want their matters settled. They respect rules and deadlines. They like their instructions step by step so they can follow them to a T. List makers, that's who they are. They're planners. And the other side of that, the P, the perceiving person, they're going to leave their options open. They don't want to be weighed down. They might see rules and deadlines as maybe a little flexible. They enjoy new situations. They like adapting. They don't want to be weighed down by lists and step-by-step instructions. They want to be able to be a jazz player and kind of riff a little bit and given the freedom to do that. So those are your 4 different slots, and you can be any combination of these 2 letters, these 2 letters, these 2 letters, and that gives you the 16 different types on the Myers-Briggs. Now, I've taken the Myers-Briggs many times, so I know that I am an ENFP. Our profile is nicknamed the Champion Profile, so we are people. We like to learn about people. We like to be individualistic. We like to find inspiration. We like to stand up for people. And all of those things are true about me. However, there's a lot more to an ENFP that I won't get into today, but I don't match up with everything that an ENFP says. I don't feel like that fits me. And therein lies the issue with the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator. When you try to jam somebody into one of 2 letters on each slot, well, you're leaving a lot of nuance there in the middle that may not get everybody. For example, the E and the I, extroverted. Sure, introverted. Lots of people are extroverted, lots of people are introverted. There's a ton of people right in between who we call ambiverts. They don't really go either way. So when you say you're an E or you're an I, they're like, yeah, kind of. Not really, though. I don't see a lot of that. So when I talk about the Myers-Briggs indicator, I say it's great to take for self-awareness, just to learn more about yourself, maybe to facilitate a conversation. But I would not use it for job decisions or team building or things like that where you're trying to take the results as concrete, because there's just too much empty area in between the letters where people could live that may or may not be accurate. And that is my review of the Myers-Briggs type indicator. If you have any questions, please send me an email, send me a LinkedIn message. I love to talk about what people are. Just tell me what you are on there. I'm an ENFP. I like to learn about people. And that's it. Until next time, I am Brad Seal, reminding you to know thyself, and I hope you have a wonderful day.